What's up, everyone? Welcome to the channel, or welcome back to the channel. I got a lot of questions about Canada that I want to answer on this video. Along with, I also want to just give some tips that if you are moving to Canada, like some tips for the first year that will be really beneficial for you, because I always say, hey, if I've been through it, you learn from all this experience. If you don't have to go through it, then hey, you don't have to go through it, right? But first off, so what I want to say is, I got a question. Someone asked me, it was in the comments, and they asked, is it worth moving to Canada? And this is a really, and I don't like to answer questions like these because it's such a it's not a straightforward question. And when I say that, I mean this, right? I remember when, because honestly, I remember when we were in our home country in the Bahamas, and when people find out that some people find out that we were moving, everybody have their own everyone have their own little, maybe someone told me that Canada is rough, or heard from the grapevine story, and they would always tell us that. They'd be like, Canada is hard. Oh, you moving to Canada, like this and that and that and that. But I want to say this, and even on my channel, I don't I like on this channel, I don't want y'all to ever feel as though, oh, Deandra is like, just like, you're scaring me, like maybe you don't want to move. Listen, Canada has been a beautiful experience, and for me, personally, I can see the move to Canada being worth it, and to be honest, already worth it for me. No matter what circumstances I am, I understand that it is something that has to happen. But I did sit down and I could see it making just more sense than the Bahamas for me and my family for right now. Like I always say, I don't know where God is gonna take me. If He takes me back to the Bahamas, then that's fine. I love my home country. I don't have no problem living in the Bahamas. However, I have a problem with a 9 to 5 job, baby. I am not going back. Listen, if God takes me there, it's not for my. Listen, it's not for me to say. So let me don't even go there, right? But yeah, I want to say this, and I was like this as well. I remember when it was drawing near to us moving, and I just wanted to know so much information. I wanted to watch all the videos just to see like how life is in Canada. Like, am I making the right choice? And I had to realize at the end of the day, like, everybody experience is going to be completely different. What's for you is not for me. What's for me is not for you. My experiences, it's not going to be your experiences. You can come Canada and it can be blessings upon blessings, and another person can come Canada and it be some hardships that they have to go through in the beginning. And no, at the end of the day, I do firmly believe that, listen, every country is a challenge. If you think you're gonna enter a country and it's gonna be like rainbows and flowers, sorry, that's not gonna happen. In this world, it's not rainbows and flowers. So why do you think if you move to a country, it's gonna be immediately, rainbow and flowers? Every country has its have its benefits, and vice versa, right? So I come on here to say this, right? Do what is best for you, and do it because you want to do it. Do it because, listen, like, I don't want to die and say, I didn't try. If you want to try, you can try. Your home country is always going to be there. And that's something that I had to come into a realization with is, hey, the Bahamas will always be there. And I can always find a job all over again. Like, it's no big of a deal. It's not a big issue. You can always just go back. It's like, it's not gonna be the end of the world. Like, you're not gonna die. You know what I mean? So try and see. You never know. I don't know what God has in store for you, and you don't know what the plans of the Lord is for you. And a lot of times we think that if we get advice by somebody that okay, maybe, so let me make my decision. Don't ever make your decision based on somebody else. Don't you dare. The only advice you should be getting is from the Holy Spirit. Okay? Y'all know how I go. Do not. Like, it's good to... No. Oh, honestly, I don't believe in it. Because someone could tell you, well, it was because someone did tell us that it was so hard to get. It's going to be very difficult for y'all to get an apartment. We got an apartment in like 2 weeks. So, like, just don't listen to advice, because it's only going to probably give you anxiety and make you don't want to move. So why do it? At the end of the day, if you're following the plans of the Lord, then who can come against you, right? Or what can come against you? And that's what I want all of you to, like, just take into consideration, is when God told Abraham to get stepping. The Bible didn't say, well, Abraham started to ask everybody in the country, well, what do you think? Do you think it's a good idea to move? No, if God tell you to move, then you move. And if you know that you're blessed by the Lord, whether if it's not for you, then bless it, okay? And if it is for you, then bless it. Either way, bless it. Listen, you know what I mean? So that's my whole take on it. It's that every country has its downfall. Everybody experiences is 100%. It's different. So it even comes, it's completely different when it comes to different careers. You might come in Canada and you might get a job immediately. Someone else might come and it takes, I don't know, it might take you 3 months. It just all depends. But you focus on what you can, what's it called? What I'm trying to say? Yeah, I don't know the word that I'm looking for, but basically what I'm trying to say is focus on things that you can change, that you can be responsible for, which is yourself, which is your mindset, which is bettering yourself, and everything else will follow in life. No matter what country you go to, if you continue to work and you work hard or whatever you do, then good things shall happen. You know what I mean? You will reap the fruits of your labor, regardless of whatever country you're in. Like, for me, like I always tell all of you that, I do believe that also, that the Lord, like, brought me to Canada, because I needed to be away from the norm, my normal life, from the busy life of what I was so adjusted to. Sometimes he does that. You know what I mean? But the spiritual growth that comes from literally moving, I can say this is one of a real benefit for me. Like, this spiritual growth is gonna be like crazy. You know what I mean? Because it's just you. It's quiet. You don't have a lot of fussy, a lot of associates in your ears, a lot of friends, a lot of family. You just focus on you. You focus on you and the betterment of yourself, and working hard and becoming a better person. You know what I mean? But that's what I have to say with like certain questions like those, because it's very difficult for me to answer those, because who am I to say it's not worth it for you? That's not my place. I'm not God. I don't know what the plans that God has for you, so that's not my place, and that's not my place also to say, well, it's not my place to say it is worth it for you. Like, I don't know what the plans of the Lord has for you. You know what I mean? But I also on this video, I also want to mention, like, certain tips since it has been like almost it has been a year since we have moved. And some tips that I have for like in your first year of moving to Canada, which would be some things that I didn't like. I did okay with, but I think I could have been like done a better job on that, which was like the minute you come to Canada, listen to me. Listen to me. Think cheap, okay? Think cheap. Think cheap when it comes to buying unnecessary because obviously you're coming to a new country, so you may feel like you need to buy like everything, all these household stuff. Listen, my house, I know y'all see my front room area, it is still empty to this day. Why am I purchasing all type furniture and my school fee needs to be paid? Like, if my school fee is not paid, priorities, okay? If my school fee is not paid, then listen, there is no Canada for me. Me and my family have to get shipped right back to the Bahamas with this beautiful furniture. So no, my living room still to this day has no furniture, and I'm fine with that. The priority stands, okay? So think cheap when it comes to apartments. Think cheap. If you gotta go in if you gotta sacrifice and go in an area where it ain't so. It ain't kicking too much. It might be a little Canada ghetto. That's fine. Just pray, cover your house, and cover your family, cover yourself every day, every night. And hope that God protects you. Either way, He protects you, and you will have peace. And that's fine. Like, you have to do things like that. You have to prioritize yourself and your spending because you're on your savings, so you don't want to be chip. Listen, I'm telling you this now. When you don't have a consistent income, that money will fly by quickly. You would not believe it. Okay, so and like with us, Airbnb was super expensive. I think for a week we spent like almost $2,000. Like, you got to get out that, like, Airbnbs are expensive. You have to get out of hotels and Airbnb. So try to find something quick. Just don't get scammed, but also, just make sure it's legit and find something quick. Another thing I would also say, like, when it comes to like first moving to Canada is like, don't move fast. Take your time with everything, with the process of everything for that first year. If you understand what I'm saying, like, even though you might feel like you're in a better circumstances, still take your time, see it through, and then make adjustments and different spending. When it comes to spending, if you want to, let's say you want to move to a better apartment, like, take your time. If you want to get a car, like, take your time. Don't move too fast, because it can bite you in the butt, especially if you're here alone, or if you're here with family. Like, it can bite you in the butt. So always, like, just move slow and take your time. And another thing I would also say is, like, apply for free government services. Canada have a lot of free government service. Start to do a lot of research with when it comes to government services, because you never know. Like, if you have a child, you can get, like, obviously tax returns. So start to jump on that. Start to jump on subsidy. Like, that's you can get discounted childcare services for your children. Like, jump on free services immediately, okay? Like, as soon as possible. And another thing I would also say when it comes to Canada is, like, get what you can get. And when I say get what you can get, when you first move, get any job. Because, like I said before, when you start to suck out of your savings with, like, no consistent income, you're going to feel it. So get any job, anything, okay? Just to have, like, a consistent income. do it. Do what you gotta do. Until you can obviously do it. Like, we're not saying that you listen, you can even stay there for a week. I don't like you don't just get the first paycheck. Who cares? If you understand what I'm saying, just make sure that if you have a job opportunity, to take it, and then obviously just keep searching and keep looking, so you won't suck your savings dry. But I can say this: if you're coming for a study permit, for me it has been like you might the truth is you might go through some challenges, because if you're going to school in the day, then you're gonna probably have to go to school in the day, and then you're gonna have to, if you want to work, you're gonna have to work part-time. Sometimes part-time is like it's not enough money. And this is something that I don't think I never told any of you, but this is so crazy. But I thought that, which is neglect on my part, right? But I thought that my tuition fee was, because we came in December, and I started school in January, and I thought that I would have had a break in summer, and no, lo and behold, my program was a fast-paced program, which means that it's consistently. So I did not have a summer break, and I had to jump straight back into school, which means I had to come up with the tuition fee, like literally so let's say if I found out in like March, April, I had to come up with the tuition fee like in the next month or so, like $10,000. So that like really like shocked me, you know what I mean? But hey, it's finished with. To God be the glory, I always say, like, he outdid himself, okay? Like, all glory goes to him. And listen, I remember when I first found out, like, my heart, like, I remember I was in class and my heart dropped to the floor. I was like, huh? Like, what do you mean? What do you mean? So yeah, but hey, that's over, and I'm so happy for that. But yeah, like for me, I would always say just do what you gotta do, because at the end of the day, you only got one life to live. You don't want to die and say, hey, I didn't even try. I didn't even do the things that I wanted to do. Do anything that you want to do it. And hey, it's like, just think of things as it's not the end of the world, because at the end of the day, you still got life, you still got bread. Like, it's not a big deal. You can do you can go back and do whatever you was doing. Like for me, all I said was, like, yeah, I have a good job, but I can always get a good job. Like, that's no biggie. Like, my life now is not this big. Like, it's not a big thing, so I can always get this back. If you understand what I'm saying. So for those of you that do want to move, like, be encouraged. Don't listen to the naysayers. Don't listen to what other people may say. Just do it. And if you need encouragement, then that's fine. That's another thing. But don't go seeking for advice from others, because they're only going to tell you based on maybe something that they heard, which probably was false, or maybe their bad experience. So just go with what you want to do. What I would say is that, and I think this is a world thing. What I have come to notice is that it's very difficult to do things on your own now. I feel like we need to come together. Like, you don't even have to be husband and wife anymore. If you, like, sister and sister, friend and friend, like living together, because rent is high. Everything is so high now. Like it has to be a team effort now, So because two income is better than one at the end of the day, So that's one thing that I could say, but I think that's something in every country, is we need to come together to do this thing called life, and it doesn't have to be necessarily always should call it husband or wife. It can be anything, and it can be anyone coming together and just coming together to accomplish your goals, But that's all I have for this video. I'm coming to the end, but I hope you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see all of you on the next video. Peace and blessings. Bye.